Please give them a warm welcome for Connor and ALISTAIR!
I should relax.
Thank you so much. What a lovely welcome.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Yeah. Thursday, yep, the festival. Good times. We're going to do a format for you tonight. Everything is going to take place in one town. All the characters are going to inhabit one town. So just need a couple things. What's the name of a town that doesn't exist?
Cold Creek.
Cold Creek. Wonderful. Cold Creek is where it's going to be set. And I don't know if this is the same in Europe as it is in North America, but in North America and Canada, every small town is kind of known for something. They have a claim to fame, like world's blueberry capital or home of the giant shoe. What is
A lot of towns in Canada specifically build big objects to make themselves like,
home
hey,
of
come check out our
the
big
world's
thing.
biggest blank.
Yeah.
It's sad. I grew up in a town that had a big statue of a cow. His name was Big Bruce. So that's actually true. What is this town of Cold Creek known for?
The most protected thimble.
Hammers. Just great. That's great. Okay, this town is known for hammers.
Cold Creek, known for hammers.
All right, great. We see a beautiful river valley with soaring mountains on either side and trees and sunny fields and a little town right in the middle.
And in the distance is a glacier, and you can see a river. The river runs from the glacier, which is why the town is called Cold Creek. Yes, I can't believe you said that with me. That's great.
In the center of the town is, of course, the town square, dominated by a large cathedral. But instead of a kind of churchy kind of spire at the top, it just has a large hammer instead of a cross.
And there's a big iron ore smelting factory right on the edge of the town next to the houses, and it's just spewing black smoke all the time.
That's right. Slightly up the hill is the rich part of town. It's where the wealthy hammer barons live in their mansions made exclusively of nails.
And we zoom in, we see a small house right on the center of the town square where they make shoes. And it's a throwback because they don't need to make them anymore, but people still buy them from this one place. And it's a shoe, They make shoes. Okay, great. Are they out there again?
Yeah, 3 of them today.
Well, Terrence, I won't stand for this anymore. We run the oldest shoemaking business in the continent because no one else does it, and I won't stand for these people staring at us.
Well, they're protesters, and they have a right to be out there.
What do their signs say?
They say, no shoes, no service.
That's what they're protesting?
They're protesting, well, I think it's meant to be a clever kind of way of protesting us. In fact, some of them say, no service, no shoes. That might just be an upside-down sign.
So they feel that our shoemaking factory should not exist because our service is poor?
I think you're thinking of these signs too literally. I think they're just protesting the fact that we as shoemakers, even though we've been here for centuries, are taking up a prime spot in real estate. You see, I think they're from the Development Corporation.
Oh, I'm glad you made sense of that for me. Thank you. Oh, those damn Development Corporation people always trying to shut us down.
Well, they probably want to shut us down so they can build yet another hammer factory.
Well, of course they want another hammer factory, and we have grandfathered in rent, so we pay not more than 2 or 3 kroner a month.
The law is the law. It's not our fault.
It is
but
not
you can't
our
explain that to them, can you? Careful, you kicked over all the souls.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's just, Terrence, when you get all upset like that, it turns an old lady on.
This is business hours, and we're about to open.
Well, let's close the curtains for a few moments. Let's show them what kind of shoes and service we really get up to.
Marianne, you know I want to. You know that I would love to send my laces down your tongue, but I can't right now. I'm too distracted by these protests. Look, if we don't our papers in order and take it up to the mayor's house. They could shut us down by next week.
All right, an old woman, I'll just go have a cold shower then, I guess. Meanwhile, across town, in the rich part of town, in a nail mansion.
Nothing like being a nail baron.
Quite so, sir, quite so.
This isn't old Bald-Peen himself. Hello.
That's right, yes, my name is Bald-Peen.
That's
Thank
right.
you, yes.
I call all my butlers Bald-Peen. You're the fourth Bald-Peen. Did you know that?
Yes, quite so, Mr. Nutsack. Yes, I did.
Right. The Nutsacks own this town. They own every square inch of it except that damn shoe store, but we'll see the end of them soon enough.
Why, of course. Look, Mr. Nutsack, or as you asked me to call you by your first name, Small. It's just that, as you know, it is the holiday coming up, and I was hoping to have just the day off to spend with my family.
Yes, it's Hammer Day, isn't it? Everyone goes down to the square and throws their hammers in the air.
Yes,
You know, all these holidays are bad for business. We have to close all the factories. Nobody works. It sets us back weeks. This Hammer Day, if I had my way, I'd shut it down for good.
well, it's just, sir, you see, my son has bought his first hammer, and he can't wait to throw it in the air.
Is it a nutsack hammer?
It's of course a nutsack.
You didn't buy it from my rival, did you?
No, I'm loyal to the nutsacks. I would never go with a testy hammer.
The testes have been dangling over this city for too long. And once we're done with those shoe people, we're going to take them down a notch or two.
I've never liked them, sir. They're obviously from Russia and quite hairy. A bunch of hairy testes, you guys.
All right, Bald-Peen, I'll tell you what. You and your son can go down to the Hammer Square and throw your hammers in the air with all the rest of the peons if you must. But you're going to make it up to me.
How's that, sir? Anything at all, Mr. Small? Nutsack?
Well, as you know, it's my daughter Petunia's debutante ball next week.
But of course she'll wear the dress of hammers.
That's right.
Yes. She'll get nailed if I have anything to say about
it. Well, that's all of our hopes for her, obviously. I just don't see it, though. She's up in her room right now moping away. It's because, of course, she can't get the boy she wants to take her to the debutante ball.
Well, who is that boy, sir?
She won't tell me.
Well, perhaps I can use my Bald-Peen charm to go and find out who it is.
You find out who Petunia's after for the Hammer debutante ball, and you can have that day off to go chuck hammers at your son.
Oh, boy. We are setting up some narrative we're going to have to pay off. You know that, right?
Sure. And meanwhile, up at the glacier.
Thanks for inviting me up here, Mr. Frank.
It's Dr. Frank.
I know it is, Doctor. Look at me, I'm just a hammer baron's daughter, you know, hanging out with Dr. Frank, the most famous scientist in all of Cold Creek.
Yes, well, look, Petunia, you gotta keep it under wraps, okay?
Of course.
If your father knows you're running around with the sexiest geologist in town.
Oh, no one would say that. But me, I would say that.
Look, it's not just that I'm the sexiest geologist in town, it's my last name, Dr. Frank Testy. If he knew that you were seeing one of the rival testes, I think his nutsack would explode.
Wait, his nutsack would explode? You mean his last name?
Yeah, nutsack. I'm talking about his scrotum now.
Oh my God! That's disgusting!
Wait, you mean you've never put it together that
What?
your last name is a synonym for the scrotum?
Oh, my goodness! Petunia Nutsack? Are you telling me my last name means Petunia Scrotum? Oh.
Look, have a smarter conversation. And I'd like to point out something to you right now. This is why I've been coming up to the glacier, for not only am I the scion of the greatest hammer family in town, yes, I said it, but I'm also the world's sexiest geologist, and I have bad news, that glacier is melting at an alarming clip.
One of those two things is true.
I said several things, and they were all true.
But the glacier is melting at an alarming clip.
Yes, and I have science to back it up.
But let's not make that a part of this story. We can't solve it in
We
time.
can solve it! We can make it all fit!
No! It's just...
You don't understand. It's all the smoke from the factories causing the ice to melt. It's going to wash out everyone in the square on Hammer Day.
Oh, pishy posh! That's the sound the puddles will make when we're splashing in them. At the debutante's ball, why won't you ask me?
It would tear my family apart.
I don't care anymore. We've been seeing each other for a long time now, Frank. And I think it's time we let the public know that testes and nutsacks can hang together at last.
You really don't hear that. You really don't hear what you're saying.
I don't know what you mean.
Look, my darling, you know I want to. You know if I had my way, oh, we could be together forever. You remember that night you were hanging out on your balcony and I climbed up the rose trellis?
And then we both hung there from the
It
ceiling.
was a bad idea. I have terrible upper body strength.
Yes, you do.
I almost got caught. They almost found us out. I don't want that to happen.
No, but just take me to the ball. And then let's show everyone that the testes and the nutsacks can live together in harmony, and then we'll together stop the glacier from melting.
You're right. Maybe we don't have time to cover this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the town tea room.
Excuse me, can I get a few tea bags for old nutsack around here?
Well, if it isn't the Baron himself, Mr. Nutsack. Should I call you small?
Should I call you old shoe lady?
Well, I will not leave my shoe emporium no matter how many protesters you sent out. I saw that sign you wrote, specifically, the one that rhymed. You go ahead, tell me what it said.
Yes, I did write a rhyming sign.
Well, what did it say? Tell me again. Go
It
ahead.
said, shoes more like poo.
Now who's being stupid?
Look at me nodding confidently with that. Yes, I nailed you. Just like I nail everything, because I'm the Hammer Baron.
I want you to know that my husband and I are very happy people, and we want for nothing. There's nothing you could say that would make us leave that shoe emporium. And why won't you see that we're a part of the same town you are? We could live in harmony.
Yes, that's what the last shoe people told us. That's what your parents told us. That's what your grandparents told us. And what happened? You stopped buying nails from us. You stopped needing nails in your shoes. You betrayed the sacred trust of hammer and shoe.
I'm sorry. We're moving one town over to Glue Town for our supplies.
That's right. And the quality of your shoes is diminishing.
But the price is so much cheaper.
Ah, this can't evolve into an economic discussion. Where's my tea bags? Ugh, the service in this place, honestly, it's like there's only 2 people here.
Look, Small, we went to school together. Do you remember the first day we met on the playground, what you said to me? You looked me in the eye and you said,
I swear by my family
will be friends. That's right. That's what you said. I didn't force that at all. You said it. Of your own accord.
I know.
And look at us these years later, like cats and dogs.
You don't understand, okay? Not only did you betray us, but that real estate is perfect for my new hammer emporium. I'm sorry, I'm not going to back down on this. I know we're old friends, and again, that's probably not something we have time to get into. But the fact is, you're going down. You and your old man, horny husband.
I'm the horny one.
side. Ballpeen, is that you? I'm Petunia now, just so we can do this scene.
Good. Quite so. I was wondering who you were, but now that you've said your name, I recognize you.
Ballpeen, I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? I'm having issues.
Of course I know you are, Petunia. I've known you since you were a little girl. I'd recognize any moment my little Petunia is a little bit Petoon upset.
Do you ever feel like you were betraying something?
All the time.
What?
The Ballpeen family used to be a hammer family, but our hammer business went out of business when we decided to replace the nails in the hammer with glue.
And then my family bought your company, and the Nutsacks ruled over all.
And the Ballpeens have been serving the Nutsacks ever since. Of course I feel like I'm betraying my family every day, but when I get to work with you, Petunia, I don't feel like that anymore.
Well, look, I'm sure your dad sent me here with a mission, or sent you here with a mission. Never mind.
Look,
Just come
Petunia,
out with it. What did you come here to say?
came in to say you're like the daughter I never had because your father wouldn't allow me to have children. That didn't need to be in the story.
No, he's a cruel man. My father is a cruel man who doesn't understand that we live in the modern times and we don't have to have these silly rivalries anymore, right? Right, Bo?
That's what I'm
because
saying.
What if I fell in love with someone I wasn't supposed to fall in love with?
You could fall in love with whoever you want. You're the next generation. You could change everything.
I'm in love with sexy Dr. Frank Testy.
How dare you! He's the only man you can't fall in love with. The ugliest geologist in the whole world.
He is the sexiest
He's
geologist in the whole world.
disgusting. The boils and pusses all over his face. He's got a big hunchback. He talks like a munchkin.
Oh, of course a ballpeen could never understand love.
Oh, that is low coming from you, Petunia. My
Really?
daughter I never had.
Really?
Yes.
Low? I'd just like to point out that I am doing a far better job of playing this character. And also, you just said that I'm the daughter you never had. Why don't you want to support me? Frank Testy and I are going to the debutante ball together, and there's nothing you or father can do to stop me.
You know what? You're right. If I want to be the father I never could, then I should support you. Go. Be with Frank Testy. I will support you at Hammer Day when you debut together.
Thank you. Let's go there now.
Yeah.
Who knows
Sit
how
down
much time we
now.
have? Whee!
Not my first Hammer Day. It's me, the non-horny old man from the shop.
It's me, Ballpeen's son, but not for long.
Well, nice throw, Ballpeen, son.
Yes. Get out of here. Hello.
I'm not leaving the shoe place. I want you to know, and neither am I. Well, I'm both of the people in the shoe shop.
Understood. It's me, sexy Dr. Frank Testy. Has anyone seen Petunia? Here I am. I'm over here. I should play this part.
I just want you to know, I thought you were Mr. Nutsack. I was confused there for a moment.
No, it's all right.
How could you mistake him for Mr. Nutsack? Look at the boils on his face.
Hey, those aren't boils, those are beauty marks. I've told you, honey. Now look.
Of course.
Are we going to do this?
Yes.
Are we going to declare our love in front of the whole town?
Let's do it. Town!
Town!
We have a debut message for you.
We are in love!
And
Fucking! Petunia, I will not stand for this. Now I am your father, Nutsack. Ballpeen, you think we're going to talk right of this nonsense?
I'm sorry, small nutsack. That's something I just can't do. I've decided to remove the towel and say hello to the Ballpeen family fortune again, which is nothing. But I'm going to defy the nutsacks by... I'm really trying to position this.
Shut up. Do you hear that? A great rumbling is coming from the glacier. I told you we could tie it together. The river is flooding. We're about to be washed away. Quick, how do we fix it? You solve this.
Wait a minute. The shoemakers. They use those really squishy tongues. That's enough tongue to...
Works for me. Let's do it. Yes, all the tongues are blocking the river. We're saved.
The town is saved. Who are we right now?
We're the shoe people. We're the shoe.
Congratulations! You've watched the video all the way to the end. And as a thank you, we're going to give you access to all the videos past and present on the ICC channel. Simply click subscribe and then the bell and you'll receive notifications from us personally every time there's a new video up on the channel. Have fun. See you again. Goodbye.